Hey guys, today we are moving on to recruitment. We're going to be talking about recruitment. I have a great Success Club video for you below that was from Team Beachbody and Training, and I'm going to try to keep my portion pretty short so that you can move on and look at that and see how Success Club really impacts your income, which we will talk about further tomorrow. But reaching Success Club comes from successful recruitment into your challenge groups and to your team. You guys probably know the basics of recruiting, so we're going to just breeze past the basics and just go into some ideas and brainstorm some ideas on how to recruit people effectively into your teams and your challenge groups. Grab a pen, piece of paper, and as I'm talking, ideas might just come to your head, so just start writing them down because you're like, oh, it just will trigger an idea for you. So none of that stuff is revolutionary. It's not mind-blowing, but it's stuff that seems to be pretty effective that Linda and I have found. And so I wanted to share with you some of our tips for recruitment. Using the social media avenues that we've discussed, using Instagram, using Facebook, to really engage people, like we've talked about the last couple of days. And then use those same social media avenues, obviously, to invite people to two things. One, a challenge group, and or two, a new coach sneak peek group or a new coach basics group. If you don't know what a new coach sneak peek group is, you've probably seen me or Linda doing them. It's just a 5-day Facebook group where you invite people in, prospective coaches, to kind of see a glimpse into the world of coaching. And it's a no pressure, no obligation thing, and it's turning out to be pretty successful. Challenge groups, obviously, you guys know what those are. My tip to you is to have at least one of those going on each month to recruit into. You need to actively have a new challenge group or an ongoing challenge group every month and a new coach sneak peek or a new coach basics group to recruit into every single month. As long as you have those tools, then you have something to promote. On top of building your brand and offering valuable content, you have something to plug into other than just talking about the products that you represent. So having one per month is ideal, maybe two. Just kind of gauge your audience and figure out what the demand is. If you have a high demand, then you can run them more often. If you have a lower demand, start with one per month, but always have something to be plugging people into. If for some reason you start a challenge group or a 5-day sneak peek and you only get one or two people, team up with the other coaches on your team and plug people in together. So if there's 3 of you and you each get 2, then you just got 6, and it's not such of a lonely little group anymore. That is something that has worked huge for me and my team. Next is make videos. Make videos to do your recruiting, just quick, like 15-second, 20-second. On Instagram, you can only do 15 seconds. 15-second, 20-second just videos. Just hold your phone out and say, hey, I am going to be doing the 3-day refresh group. Did you see my amazing results in that picture? I was blown away. I was such a critic. I didn't think that this would work. And guess what? 2 weeks later, I've lost another 3 pounds, and I'm a huge believer. Come join my group. Something like that. That's just off the top of my head. But something that talks about why you're doing it and let people see your face and hear your voice and know that you're authentic instead of just like a social media banner. Sharing your results is one of the most impactful things that you can do. There's a huge difference between when I share my results with a program I've done and when I share someone else's results. And it's cool. We ask permission. I'm like, hey, Linda, you got amazing results with that. Can I use that and tag you in it? Sure, no problem. But your own personal results are so much more impactful. That's why it's so important to take before pictures and take progress pictures. Whether or not you're in a bikini or just your t-shirt, you can see differences and things like that. And that's a real basic thing, being the product of the product. But it's so important we overlook it sometimes. We don't want to talk about ourselves too much, but your personal journey is what's going to be your number one recruitment tool, your story. And it's the same thing when it comes to coaching. So when you're recruiting into a challenge group or a new program, and you want to use your results and test it so that you can speak to it eloquently and that you can say, look what this did for me. Next is, what has coaching done for you? When you're recruiting into a new business coach basics group or into a 5-day sneak peek group, talk about what coaching has done for you, no matter how big or small. I tell my team this all the time. And they're probably like, wow, broken record, but it's so true. Even if it's just something small, What has coaching done for you? Has it helped you lose 50 pounds and get off your depression medication? Has it helped you cover the electric bill? Has it helped you plan for a vacation? Say that in your invite. Instead of making a salesy, pitch on why people should be coaches with the non-emotional reasons, talk about the emotional reasons. People are emotional creatures, and it's actually called the emotional selling proposition, where you want to trigger something in someone where they have an emotional response. And you do that by talking about what it's personally done for you. That thing that pushed me over the edge to sign up 4 years ago with Mindy was I had been watching the coaching opportunity for about a year. And Mindy made a post as simple as, I would love to talk to you about this business that has helped us build a brand new deck. And obviously her business has exploded and grown since then. She had an amazing business then too. But I thought, we lived in an apartment at the time, and we didn't have a lot of money then. And I'm like, gosh, I would love to have money to build a deck. I can't even build a deck, but I'd like to have money to build a deck. And it triggered an emotional response in me. I'm like, I want that kind of freedom. That I want to have a house where I can pay cash to build a deck if I want to. And so think about that. Even if it's just something like you made, $200 last month and it covered the utilities at your house or your apartment, say, I'd love to tell you about this business that has helped me pay my utilities and cover some of my bills. Nobody likes to pay the gas bill or the electric bill. Those are like the worst bills to pay. So, hey, if you got some money to pay those bills now, or talk about the vacation, make a few $100 extra a month and you've been saving it for a vacation. Say, I'd love to talk to you about the business that's helping us go on our first family vacation and we're paying cash for it. We don't have to put on a credit card. Talking like that to people about the business and having something like a new coach sneak peek group to plug them into is vital for recruitment success. Since we started using these systems, our growth rate has just really exploded. And I don't have the number of the statistic, but I can tell you, for me personally, I'm adding about 3 to 4 more coaches a month than when I didn't have these systems in place. And that's a significant growth over time. So have the things to plug people into, the challenge groups and the new coach sneak peeks. Team up with other coaches if you're not getting the numbers that you want to right away. Make videos so people can see your face when you're inviting them into these things and you're recruiting. Share your results and what coaching has done for you. Lastly is a very obvious one, but inviting your challengers to become coaches. So you've gotten them into a challenge group, they've stuck with it, they're having results, they're paying full retail or for the Shakeology every month. Obviously, it's a very natural discussion and it's not revolutionary at all, but sometimes we overlook it and we don't want to put pressure on people. So here's how I recommend doing it. It's 2 ways. One is to post in the group a main post about the perks of coaching. Say, I'd love to chat with you about it. Again, talk about what it's done for you personally. When you're talking about things like 25% off and all that, also talk about what it's done for you. And also send people personal messages, whether it's a text or Facebook message or an email. When you really think they're going to make a great coach, tell them. Very simple. People will mostly be flattered. And if they say no, no big deal. Okay, I just thought of you. I thought this might be something you would be interested in. And they'll say no and no thank you. And you'll say okay. But some of them will say yes. And that will be amazing. So in closing, I just wanted to mention one last thing. And this is something that I think all coaches play with at some point, and it's incentives. Giving incentives for people to join your challenge groups or to join your new coach sneak peeks. I like to think of it in this terms. When I am getting a commission on a challenge pack and I'm running a promotion, and say I offer, I took Sue Edie's idea in July, and I offered the little blender, the little travel beach blenders, and people got to pick their color. And I got 2 challenge packs that way. It was so cool. Well, that blender cost me about $15, and I made much more than that in my challenge pack commissions. So really, it just comes out of the commissions that you are making that you might not have made. That's the big kicker. Sometimes people love incentives. Some people love deals. Some people don't care about them. I'm not a big incentives or deals person. I'm not a big shopper either, but you will get people with those incentives and those deals. So if you're trying to make Success Club or trying to reach a goal, offer an incentive. Often too, if you don't want to publicly promote an incentive, if somebody's on the fence, you can say, hey, look, if you get this challenge pack tonight And I know that you want it. If you get this challenge pack tonight, I'll give you a $20 Team Beachbody gift card. I'll give you a $25 Visa gift card just to help you out because I know this is a big purchase. That's just something to think about. Everyone gives different incentives. Also, prizes in your challenge groups. You can give out prizes for most participation, prizes for best pictures post, prizes for best question asked, all sorts of different prizes. And they can be just cute little, cheesy prizes. It can be Activate vitamins. It can be something from the Team Beachbody store. It can be, little sweat headbands or little wristbands, cute little socks, whatever. Just have fun with it and think about whether or not giving incentives is something that you want to do, and read compliance on that. I'll say that. Just read compliance. I think it's something like it has to be a limited amount of time and something like that. But think about, and it can just be little small incentives, whatever you want. This is your business, so let your mind wander and have fun with it. All right, thanks, guys. Bye.